Albert Einstein was born on March 14, 1879, in Ulm City in the Kingdom of Württemberg in the German Empire. Albert was the first child to his parents, Hermann Einstein and Pauline Einstein. His father was a salesman and an engineer, and his mother was a quiet and caring woman. His parents lived in a world with no electric lights and used oil and gasoline lamps. They used coal to light fire. Their only means of transportation were horses. Fortunately, when Albert Einstein was in the womb, the technology was developing, and by the time he was born, Thomas Edison invented the light bulb, which helped in his upbringing. When he was 5 years old and ill, his father gave him a compass. That compass sparked his interest in science. So, from an early age itself, Einstein had a curious mind about how the universe functions. He was able to reveal all the internal workings of the universe. Though he is known for his genius and sharp brain, in his early life, he started speaking comparatively late when he was 3. His parents were anxious and consulted a doctor regarding this matter. They assumed that Einstein was having a developmental issue. The doctor clarified that his brain too big than a normal brain. Even though he formed full sentences in his mind, he couldn't speak a word. His first words as a child were, "Soup is too hot." As a student, Einstein didn't show unusual results in school. He passed in all subjects and was an ace of his class, but only because of mathematics and science. His learning interest was maximum in these two subjects. His mother enrolled his son for music lessons, and Einstein was learning how to play the violin. He wasn't interested in playing the violin at first, but when he became aware of Mozart and Beethoven, he trained himself to play. Later, at the age of 17, he played Beethoven's violin in front of the examiner, and he noticed that Einstein had a unique meaning of music. Einstein had a compulsive attitude and loved educating himself rather than following his teacher's guidelines. His uncle helped him in studies by bringing books for the future class sessions. His uncle's guidance helped Albert prepare before the teacher would start teaching and maintain his good ranks without attending and giving active participation in the class. Because of this method, he taught himself Euclidean geometry by the age of 12 and differential and integral calculus by 15. In 1895, Einstein wanted to study electrical engineering in Zurich at the Swiss Federal Polytechnic Institute, Switzerland. The institute did not require the students to have completed secondary school, but Einstein had to give an entrance exam. Unfortunately, he failed the entrance exam but was allowed to complete his education at Argovian Cantonal School in Aarau, Switzerland. He renounced his German citizenship to avoid military service and applied for Swiss citizenship. In 1896, Einstein passed the exit exam of Argovian School and entered the Polytechnic for the 4-year mathematics and physics teaching diploma course. After obtaining his degree, he started his employment search. As he couldn't find a job even after looking for 2 whole years, his university classmate, Marcel Grossman's father, employed him as an assistant examiner at the Federal Office of Intellectual Property in Bern, Switzerland. In 1902, Einstein formed a discussion group with his 2 friends and named it the Olympia Academy. The year 1905 is famous as a miracle year in Albert Einstein's life, as he wrote 4 papers published in a journal known as Annalen der Physik. It played a very significant role in his life because this book was the groundwork of modern physics and completely changed the view on space, time, mass, and energy. He earned a PhD in that year. One of his papers is known as the particular theory of relativity. This paper stated 2 principles. The first noted that physics laws are the same in all reference cases, and the second said that the light has a constant speed. He also showed how mass and energy are equal. In that year itself, he achieved his dream job of becoming a professor at Bern. In 1919, during his career as a theoretical physics professor at the University of Berlin, Einstein predicted that an upcoming solar eclipse would allow him to learn the gravity's effect on light. The report stated that his theory was right. This prediction moved the scientific community and the whole world. In 1921, he founded the Hebrew University in Jerusalem and won the Nobel Prize in the same year. He never received a Nobel Prize for relativity. It was for the photoelectric effect. As Hitler came into power in Germany, he decided to shift in the United States as he was a pure Jew.